All right, so two powerful supplements for gut health that pretty much no one knows about, but more people should know about. The first is sodium butyrate, and the second is Zen Biome Cope. These are two that I've actually noticed the biggest differences from, and I think could really target some of the real mechanisms that people with gut issues tend to have problems with. First being gut motility, meaning how quickly things move through your system, and then second being gut inflammation, which is intertwined with the first, and the third being the actual interface between our gut and our HPA axis and our vagus nerve, i.e. like our whole mental emotional connection as it relates to our gut. So I think for the first 2 points, the sodium butyrate, which is a form of butyrate, which you can get sodium butyrate, or they also have it with calcium and magnesium, depending on if you feel like you want more calcium and magnesium. I just got the sodium butyrate because I typically don't enjoy magnesium supplements, and I don't find that they have a great impact on my gut. Oftentimes they can kind of be a bit irritating, let's say, or kind of like too laxative, and that's not really that pleasant or enjoyable. But basically the butyrate can really, first off, help support gut motility, so keeping things moving through, which in my opinion, that's really what causes a lot of the problems, because things don't move, so then things are stagnant. So then you just get all of the other side effects like bacterial overgrowth or inflammation or candida or many of these other things that are basically just kind of symptoms of stagnation and side effects of stagnation. Gas, bloating, cramping, all these different things, where it's like if things actually move through more appropriately, more or less all those other things start to equalize and go away. And I just say this because a lot of people try to go after a million different like symptoms and different side effects, when in actuality, if you go after the core mechanism of keeping things moving through, that actually can address a lot of things automatically. And the second thing is the inflammation within the gut, which then starts to lead to kind of a leaky gut situation, which then of course has autoimmune implications, has blood sugar balance, metabolic issues start to arise. But basically something like butyrate can actually really help to, let's just say, fuel or energize our gut lining and keep things moving through more comfortably and easily. So I would say definitely check it out if you have those issues or you need assistance in that department, or you're just overall looking to improve your gut health. And I would say the only downside is like the smell. It kind of smells like butter or cheese, because actually butter has butyrate and butyric acid in it, so it has some of that smell, which I don't really mind, but just something to keep in mind if you're sensitive to that kind of thing. That's really the only downside that I can see to that. And I think overall more people should be on this supplement, because I think a lot of people struggle with gut health, especially if they have any mental emotional kind of imbalance, which leads to my the second thing, which is Zen Biome Cope, which is basically a psychobiotic, meaning a probiotic that has effects on our psychology. It's kind of like a new sort of thing that's coming online. But basically it's something that can work on the HPA axis and the interface with our gut and our vagus nerve to actually calm and change how the body mechanically responds to stress. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully this makes sense. And check out the links below and learn more.